What led me to my transformation, my physical transformation, having a good physique, made me realize that I have been living in comfort for so long. I've been just neglecting my health, and I've been doing things poorly and not realizing that those things I've been doing for the past almost 31 years we are actually bad for my health. And when I started body game, I realized that I started imbibing certain habits. It became part of me over time in the span of since 2024. I changed my habits, a lot of things, and I realized that wow. And it's progressive because the first year when I started, there were things that I started doing, and currently now, there are things that I've added to what I usually do. And it has opened my eyes to see the massive difference when it comes to my physique as a man. And it has made me realize that comfort has actually been my worst enemy for so long, because I never paid so much attention to what I eat, even though I wanted to have a nice body. But I never knew exactly how to go about it until pain. Pain was what made me change. And it was in that adversity, in that place of pain, that someone, a different personality was molded. And since then, when I started seeing results, it hits me hard that, man, I'm not going back. I'm never going back to the way I used to be. So let me give you guys clear examples of certain things that improved. Because initially, before, one of the things before body game, I was thinking once you drink warm water, it will burn the fat in your body. And I never knew that resistance training was what would help in speeding your fat burning process. And when I started lifting weights, it opened my eyes to that reality, and since then, that is one of the main components of my body game. When it comes to body game, lifting weights, I have decided to start lifting weights and to do it consciously and to make it part of my routine, to add it to part of my lifestyle, that anytime in a week I must have to lift weights. And two, walking. And now I've started enjoying walking. Before, I used to enjoy walking, but I never knew that walking was that good. Like having 10,000 steps every day, I never knew it was very, very good to my when it comes to longevity, to my cardio. I never, and it's sustainable. It's something that I can do for a long while. And I never understood that running and walking were two different things. That when you run, you get hungry, you get hungry, more hungry compared to walking. And since then, I have decided to do more walks than running. And it's not to say like I've been running, no, but I've realized that walking is better and it's sustainable. Yeah, once in a while I would love to run. So, so if you see now, the things I have gathered over just the span of 1 year: lifting weights, walking. Then number three is my what I eat. I cut out every form of processed food, every junk food. Now I've been eating mostly whole meals every single day, doing the best I can to just stick to whole meals and nothing else but whole meals. And since then, I've seen a lot of progress. I've seen the excessive fat I used to have in my belly go down drastically, to the point where I started to see my abs, and it was a thing of joy to me personally. And another thing again was the fact that I started sleeping early. Initially, I used to sleep very late. Most times it might get to 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning, midnight. That's when I sleep. But right now, it's once it's 10 p.m., I'm gone. I'm making sure I'm already on my bed sleeping. So all these things are actually a hard choice. They are hard to make, hard choices to make. But it was what I did in the first couple of months when I started my body game that that aided in my body transformation, in my physique, in the way it looks right now. And since then, that's been what I've been doing. I've been spamming it like a man who is insane. And I've been seeing results. The main thing for me right now is seeing those results. And I know subsequently there will be other things I would have to add over time, like calculating the calories I eat every day. I know somehow it's at the back of my brain that there's a time that will come I'll have to start calculating that, depending on how lean I want to get. So right now it's just more about building muscle, trying to lean bulk, build muscle in the right in the right proportions, and have a very aesthetic physique. That is my main aim right now. But I know at some point I'll start calculating my calories intake and all that. So these things have made me realize that all these good features I somehow began to start doing them consistently has made me realize that I have been comfortable for so long eating a lot of trash, junk, living my life anyhow. Because there was a time I was even drinking alcohol. I started trying to drink alcohol, and I think once or twice I tried like smoking. But over time, all the terrible lifestyle choices I made, I cut them off because I want to stay fit, I want to stay healthy, and I want to be strong for my kids. Because I know someday I'll be a dad, and if I be a dad, I want to be very athletic. I want to be able to move things. I want to be able to, run with my kids and all that. Do things that would engage and foster that bond with my kids. Because I don't want to be fat and I can't run. I don't want to be fat and I can't spar with my kids, like in a box, like boxing or a martial art or something like that. Those are the things that build bonds, because I know, looking back, I don't think I actually had a significant bond with my dad. So that's why there are a lot of things, like everything I'm doing right now is spilling over into family as well. I'm thinking of posterity, I'm thinking of the next generation, giving them that lift. So when they come, they know there is a platform for them to manifest who they are supposed to be to the world. So all these things, I realized that over time I've been very comfortable. That's why my physique was terrible, very terrible. I was skinny fat, and skinny fat, if you're skinny fat, it's so hard. It takes like twice the number of time you would have to see your abs or be aesthetic. It takes twice as much compared to someone who is fat, obese. Someone who is obese, for instance, someone who is obese might lose, can lose weight or lose fat at 6 months. But for you who is skinny fat, it would be twice of that, like 2 times of that. That means, depending on the belly fat, how the fat in your belly, it might take you probably a year. So you see, so it's harder for somebody who is skinny fat. But I got lean. I got to that point where I was lean. I could see my abs. And it was mind blowing. And right now, I'm so happy for that feeling and for the progress I have done in just a couple of months and just 1 year ago. So the problem most people have is just that they are in that comfort zone. They don't want to stretch themselves. They don't want to go outside their comfort zone to get that beautiful and nice physique they want. So you have to do certain things that are weird, that are odd, from the regular things that you used to do, from like your day-to-day activities. You have to do something different for you to see tangible results. So I will encourage you guys to always try, because like there are a lot of videos on YouTube if you want to get lean, because there's an epidemic of young men trying to get lean. When I go on TikTok, I see it and I'm like, wow, people are getting lean. Maybe that's a small percentage though, but people are getting lean. You can get lean. It's simple. Cut out the junk and lift heavy weights. It's as simple as that. So guys, we'll see in the next video, and we'll yap some more and talk more. So thank you for your time, and have a great day and stay blessed. Bye guys.